I want to talk about the Hunger Games and why it's more relevant than ever. I'm going to do a little overview of the movie franchise. Really, the essence of this is it's a post-America world. North America has suffered some type of catastrophe many, many years ago, and a new nation has risen from the ashes. It's called Panem. And this is an authoritarian government, an authoritarian society, actually a totalitarian society, because this government controls every aspect of life in the districts and also in the capital. So you basically have the capital, which is where the empire is at, the government is at, the wealthiest people. And then you have the districts. The districts are places, each district is dedicated to a certain industry, such as mining or agriculture. And at some point, the people in the districts rebelled against the empire, against the capital, because of economic inequality. It's a lot of people were just starving just to get. People were desperate to even get food. And when we pick up the story, it's still very much that way. Well, there was a rebellion. The rebels lost, and as a punishment, the government, which is now led by President Snow, they have a punishment, an annual punishment. It's called the Hunger Games, which means that people are often randomly selected. Children, teenagers, even younger children are selected to participate in the Hunger Games. Each district sending 2 people to represent their district, so like a human sacrifice. And some people they have a big lottery, and some people are so desperate for food that they actually increase their chances of getting selected in the lottery just so that they can have access to food. Well, the lottery comes around in District 12, and Katniss Everdeen, she's our protagonist. She is really skilled in survival and the bow and arrow. That's her weapon of choice. Anyway, her sister is selected to participate in the Hunger Games. It's a really bad thing because there can only be one winner in the Hunger Games. You have all these kids from all over the districts participating in this Hunger Games, and only one can survive, only one can win. She knows her sister's chances aren't very good, so she volunteers herself. The male selected from District 12 is actually Peter. It's a young man who he liked her, and at one point he gave her some food when she was really, really desperate, and she always remembered him for that kind gesture. Well, they go to the Capitol, and they have to compete against. First, they have to campaign. It's a big spectacle. They have to campaign using the media to sort of get people in the Capitol to give them money to support their cause. In the game, if you're popular, your sponsors will send you weapons, they'll send you food or special tools or something. So you have this big phony media push before the big event. You see a lot of that in our society right now. And they enter the arena. And I'm just going to leave it at that. This ultimately becomes a series about the Capitol using its power to crush the people in the district, using the media to manipulate people's minds and try to gaslight them into believing the world isn't what they are actually experiencing. It's about people deciding that they've had enough, and one woman, Katniss Everdeen, doing an act, her and Peeta doing a particular act in one of these movies, in the first movie, that inspires people all around the nation, all around the districts to ultimately rebel. And even within the rebellion, the politics, people are being used and exploited. It's all just a big power struggle. And I just see is the leadership, no matter who you look at, is ultimately they're out for themselves. They don't care about the people. And that's something I see a lot in our current society. A big part of the latter movies is war. What are you willing to sacrifice to win a war? All right, I actually enjoyed Mockingjay Part 2, the last one, a lot because it just really, the ending really stuck with me. So, The Hunger Games, definitely recommend this. You know, it's not just for young people. It's some people sort of put this in the same category as like Twilight and other stuff like that. And, you know, I get it, young adult fiction, but man, for everything from the media manipulation to the authoritarian government to people in power just always manipulating and using people and not really caring about the best interest of the people, man, that really resonates. And plus, the Hunger Games, watching the actual spectacle of it all, people killing one another, is pretty. It's pretty spectacular the way it's set up. It's kind of sad at points because you have young children being sacrificed. But look at our society right now. Look at what's going on with the Epstein situation. We do have leadership, elite, who are willing to sacrifice the young. I see the parallels there. So the Hunger Games, definitely recommend it. All 4 movies, really enjoyed it. I like how they handle Mockingjay Part 2, because there's points where Katniss has to deal with the trauma of losing people and just dealing with it's devastating. And in the book, she spends a lot of time sedated or whatever. The movie didn't go that far with it, which I thought was a good decision given the media, the platform that they're working with. As far as extra special, this one actually comes with the 4K and the Blu-ray, and you do get some, looks like plenty of special features on the first one, also on the second one. So I love this about this franchise. Well, this is the third one. I love this about the franchise. Catching Fire, when they have the All-Star, well, that's a really fun one. So I love that. Picture quality is pretty good, and it's just a really good experience. And I think it's something that it's still, unfortunately, very, very relevant. So share your thoughts. Another element. Yeah, just share your thoughts. I want to know what you think about the Hunger Games, and is there another series of books or television that sort of, or movies that sort of remind you of some of the things that are going on in our society right now?